everyone, welcome back to Garden Decor Designs, your go-to channel for transforming your outdoor spaces. Before we start, we want to ask your support to make this channel grow with subscribe to this channel, leave comment, hit the like button or share this video to your friends and family. Are you looking to add a touch of drama, maximize your planting space, or simply elevate the beauty of your outdoor area? In today's video, we're diving into the wonderful world of tall flower gardens. These aren't your average blooms. We're talking about creating vertical interest, drawing the eye upwards, and transforming your garden into a breathtaking multi-dimensional display. Get ready to discover how you can achieve a stunning tall flower garden, no matter the size of your space. But what exactly is a tall flower garden? It's more than just planting flowers that happen to grow high. It's a deliberate design choice to incorporate plants with significant vertical height, creating layers, visual impact, and a sense of grandeur. Think of it as building a floral tapestry that reaches for the sky. This approach can utilize climbing plants on trellises or supports, naturally tall and statuesque flowers, or even tiered planting structures to create the illusion of height. A well-designed tall flower garden adds a dynamic element to your landscape, turning ordinary spaces into extraordinary floral showcases. Why should you consider creating a tall flower garden? Well, the benefits are numerous. Firstly, it's a fantastic solution for maximizing space, especially in smaller gardens or urban environments. By growing upwards, you can cultivate a larger variety of plants without taking up precious ground space. Secondly, tall flowers add incredible visual interest and drama. They create focal points, draw the eye upwards, and add a sense of depth and dimension to your garden. Thirdly, many tall flowers are excellent for attracting pollinators like bees and butterflies, contributing to a healthier ecosystem. Furthermore, they can provide natural screening and privacy, creating a more secluded and enjoyable outdoor space. Finally, tending to tall flowers can be a rewarding experience, offering a different perspective and a unique connection with your garden. Several flowering annuals and perennials are tall enough for the back of a garden bed and bold enough to make a statement. Tall flowers help to add structure and depth to a garden bed. They also can be used as a living privacy fence or to hide an unattractive backdrop. Plus, because they're so large, you'll be able to see them from afar, as opposed to small flowering plants that you can only appreciate up close. Here are 20 tall annual flowers and perennial blooms, listed in ascending order or shortest to tallest, that will make strong statements in your garden. One floss flower. Floss flowers, or Ageratum hustonionum, can reach around 2–5 feet high with a 6 to 18-inch spread. They produce clusters of fluffy blooms from June until frost. These plants are easy to grow as long as they have even soil moisture with good drainage. Deadheading or removing the spent blooms is not necessary for continued blooming, but it will make for a tidier appearance. Frost will quickly kill the plants in the fall. In addition, extremely hot summer weather might limit blooming. Hollyhock mallow. Hollyhock mallow, or Malva alcea, grows to around 2 to 4 feet tall with a spread of less than 2 feet. It features 5-petal flowers that stretch around 2 inches across and bloom in the summer to early fall. Butterflies love the flowers. To promote more blooming, remove the spent flower spikes. While it brings lots of ornamental value, this perennial does tend to be short-lived, but it can self-seed fairly well to produce new plants. 3. Monkshood. Monkshood, or Aconitum napellus, has an upright growth habit, reaching around 2 to 4 feet tall with a 1 to 1.5 foot spread. Clusters of small, hooded blooms arise in the summer above the dark green foliage. This plant needs moist but not soggy soil, and its soil also never should dry out. It doesn't have any serious issues with pests or diseases. However, all parts of the plant are severely toxic to humans and animals, so take care when working with it. 4. Red hot poker. Red hot poker, or Kniphofia uvaria, also known as torch lily, provides unique visual interest to the garden. Its small tubular flowers arise on spikes above the blue-green basal foliage in the late spring to early summer. They start as red but mature to yellow. The plant itself grows to around 3 to 4 feet high with a slightly smaller spread. Red hot poker is fairly easy to maintain, but it's important to watch out for poor drainage, as soggy soil can kill it. 5. Tall verbena. Tall verbena or Verbena bonariensis, sometimes known as Brazilian vervain, is an unusual plant that forms a low clump of leaves and then sends up tall, bobbing stems with clusters of flowers. It can grow to around 4 feet tall and blooms from summer to fall. The plant is excellent at attracting butterflies to the garden, and it can tolerate many soil types as long as there is good drainage. The plant tends to self-seed throughout the garden, so you must be on top of removing seedlings if you want to limit its spread. 6. Foxglove. Foxglove or Digitalis purpurea generally reaches around 2 to 4 feet tall, though it occasionally can hit 5 feet. The flower spikes arise from a rosette of foliage at the plant's base in the late spring. Several long, tubular blooms are grouped on the spikes, which attract hummingbirds to the garden. This perennial is short-lived and won't produce flowers until its second year. It also can look a bit ragged by the late summer. Thus, many gardeners remove their foxglove plants after they've flowered and release their seeds for new plants. Foxglove is toxic to humans and animals. 7. Amaranth. Several species within the Amaranthus genus are commonly known as amaranth or love lies bleeding. An excellent tall flower species is A. caudatus, which can grow to 3 to 5 feet with long panicles of dangling blooms. Another tall species is Amaranth hypochondriacus, which grows to around 4 feet with flowers held in upright panicles in shades of red, purple, gold, and green. All the amaranths are easy to grow from seed. However, they are susceptible to many common garden pests. 8. Sneezeweed. Sneezeweed or Helenium autumnale is a clump-forming plant that grows to around 3 to 5 feet high with a spread of 2 to 3 feet. In the late summer, it blooms with daisy-like flowers that stretch roughly 2 inches across. They can persist until frost in the fall, bringing interest to the garden at a time when many other plants have finished blooming for the season. This plant does require some pruning maintenance, including deadheading to promote further blooming. Once flowering is done for the season, cut back your sneezeweed by half. 9. Spiderflower. Spiderflowers or Cleome hasleriana start blooming early and get better as the season rolls along. The first blooms begin when the plants are only about 1 foot tall. As the plants grow, more flowers form at the top. Although height depends on the variety you are growing, most can reach 4 to 5 feet, branching along the way and producing even more flowers. You can direct sow seeds, and the plants easily self-seed in the garden. However, that means if you don't want them to spread, you'll have to keep pulling seedlings as they pop up. 10. Flowering tobacco. Flowering tobacco or Nicotiana sylvestris is a stately tall flower with clusters of trumpet-shaped blooms. It can grow to around 5 feet and produces a jasmine-like scent in the evenings. During the day, the flowers partially close, and no scent is released. Because of this habit, these are great plants for a patio or deck where you spend time in the evening. However, they should not be grown near tomatoes or other members of the nightshade family, as they all are susceptible to some of the same plant viruses. Flowering tobacco is toxic to humans and animals. 11. Mexican sunflower. Mexican sunflowers or Tithonia rotundifolia are easy to grow and virtually pest-free. The species typically grows to around 4 to 6 feet tall, though dwarf cultivars are also available. These tall flowers love hot days and do equally well in high humidity or drought conditions. However, they can take a while to start blooming. To speed things along, start seeds indoors 6 to 8 weeks before your area's last projected frost date in the spring. 12. Cosmos. Cosmos or Cosmos sulphureus. Cosmos bipinnatus is one of the most undemanding tall flowers you can grow. There are 2 common species of Cosmos. C. Bipinnatus has feathery foliage and daisy-like flowers with yellow centers, and some varieties reach up to 4 feet tall. Cosmos sulphureus is a taller plant, growing to around 6 feet with yellow or orange flowers. Cosmos will repeat flower from summer to fall even without deadheading. However, the plants will last longer if you either deadhead or wait until flowering declines and shear back the whole plant by about half. 13. Elecampane. Elecampane or Inula helenium is a flowering perennial that's part of the aster family. Its blooms have a sunflower-like appearance but with very thin, fringe-like petals. The flowers stretch around 2 to 3 inches across and appear from midsummer to early fall. The plant overall can reach around 3 to 6 feet high. It's tolerant of a variety of soil conditions, but it might need staking if it gets too tall. This plant is mildly toxic to humans. 14. Hardy hibiscus. Hardy hibiscus or Hibiscus mosquitoes, also known as swamp mallow, is a shrub-like perennial that's native to wet soils, such as river banks. In the summertime, it blooms with showy flowers that have 5 overlapping petals, and it grows to around 3 to 7 feet high with a 2 to 4 foot spread. This plant tolerates heat and humidity quite well, and can be used in a rain garden. It's important never to let its soil dry out and to protect it from strong winds. 15. Kiss Me Over the Garden Gate. Persicaria orientalis, commonly known as Kiss Me Over the Garden Gate or knotweed, is a quick-growing annual with spikes of purple-pink flowers that bloom from summer to fall above the foliage. The plant reaches around 4 to 7 feet high with a 2 to 4 foot spread. It will attract hummingbirds and other pollinators to your garden, but strong winds can damage it, so it must be in a protected site. Mulching is recommended to retain soil moisture. 16. Joe Pye weed. The tall flowers of Joe Pye weed or Eutrochium purpureum arrive in the summertime and persist through early fall. The tiny blooms come in attractive clusters and have a pleasant vanilla scent. They're known for attracting butterflies to the garden. This plant can reach around 5 to 7 feet tall and is easy to care for. Just make sure the soil doesn't dry out, or the leaves can scorch. Joe Pye weed looks best if you have the space to group several plants for more ornamental impact. 17. Canna. The canna genus includes tropical and subtropical plants with showy flowers. On average, they grow between 5 and 8 feet tall, though the exact height depends on the variety. The flower spikes rise above the foliage during the summer. These plants add rich, warm colors to the garden, but they have poor cold tolerance and must be brought indoors if the temperature nears 40 degrees Fahrenheit. 18. Delphinium. Delphinium, also known as larkspur, is a large genus of flowering plants that come in varying sizes. The Pacific hybrid group includes tall flowers that grow to around 4 to 8 feet high. The flowers bloom in the summer clustered together on columnar flower spikes. While these plants offer lots of visual interest in the garden, they are fairly high maintenance. They usually need staking to keep them upright, along with deadheading and pruning of spent growth. Delphinium is toxic to humans and animals. 19. Sunflower. Annual sunflowers or Helianthus annuus bloom in the summertime with their broad flowers on upright stalks. Gardeners have several options when it comes to these annuals. The traditional yellow sunflowers are still popular, but now you can also find cultivars in rich burgundy, deep mahogany, and mini bicolors. They grow between roughly 3 and 10 feet high, and they don't require much care, though you can remove depreciated foliage for a tidier appearance. Birds love to feed on the seed heads. However, note that this plant self-seeds so readily that it is considered a noxious weed in some areas. 20. Castor bean. Castor bean or Ricinus communis plants are tall flowers that can reach around 6 to 10 feet high with a 2 to 4 foot spread. They grow quickly with glossy green foliage. In the summer and fall they bloom with somewhat insignificant flower spikes. It's the reddish-brown seed capsules that have the real ornamental value. Situate it somewhere that's protected from strong winds. While this plant provides lots of visual interest to the garden, All parts of it are toxic to people and animals. So be sure to plant it away from areas with children and pets. Now that you know about the tall types of flowers that can anchor your garden, learn more about plants that add even more flair to your yard. Learn about plants that produce the biggest, most vibrant, fragrant, and dramatic blooms. And there you have it, a glimpse into the captivating world of tall flower gardens. We hope this video has inspired you to think vertically and explore the exciting possibilities of adding height and drama to your own outdoor space. Whether you have a sprawling backyard or a cozy balcony, incorporating tall flowers is a fantastic way to elevate your garden's beauty and create a truly unique and eye-catching display. Before you go, we'd love to hear about your gardening plans. What are your favorite tall flowers? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Garden Decor Designs for more inspiring garden ideas and DIY projects. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching and happy gardening!